All right, today we're going to mark the tops of the poles. I think in a day or two we're going to be able to set the trusses. So I want to mark some lines on the top of the poles to help get the trusses lined up, so when we drill the holes we'll be in about the right spot, so we have less to do when we're going to brace them up. Because there's always, you got to brace it and then you got to pull it one way or the other to make it level and in the center and all that. So these lines will help. Got some pretty nasty weather rolling in too. It already blew that ladder over. All right, we're at the top of the pole. The plan is to find the center line and use the level to get two level lines down. Sorry about the wind noise. As you can see in the background, it's pretty windy here today. I got lucky and my level's about an 1/8 inch wider than the angle iron, and so it'll be about a 1/16 inch on each side wider than the angle iron, which is pretty close. So I just get the level lined up with the midline of the pole, draw a line on each side of the level, and that'll be close enough for our trusses. All right, there's our midline. So now we just need to mate it up with the center of the triangle. Make sure this is level. And draw our lines. It's a little difficult to see, but you should be able to see those two lines running straight up and down. And those lines are level, so even if my pole is just a little bit off, the truss ought to be set level on there. So 1 down, 9 more to go. Getting ready to install the trusses tomorrow. Oh, I got the scaffolding leaning up right there. Just got to put it together. This is a hook a buddy of mine made. Does barns for a living. And basically you hook that in to the clevis, and you put that in the middle of the truss and you take it up, and when you let your rope down, the hook just comes off very easily and you don't have to worry about it. So I'm excited to try that out. All right, I got the scaffolding up and built. It wasn't terrible. It took about, I don't know, 5-7 minutes. Wasn't bad. Very precarious though to put that top level on, especially those cross braces where you're trying to hold on to the one side and it's bending outwards on you, and of course then getting that aluminum catwalk piece up there on top. That was another trick. Sure am glad it's aluminum and lightweight. That would have been a pain. Well, we're just not quite tall enough. Sorry about the wind noise and the noise from the neighbor cutting his grass. Not quite tall enough. This is not gonna do it. So when we started on these trusses, we got these lean-tos started and we squared it up to this post. The square doesn't work if your post is not square. So we got that truss set, that truss set, that truss set, and the end truss set. And we were doing our last one, which is the second one from that front. And we realized that we had a problem. All trusses were swung to the front too much. Lesson learned. Always pull a string. Don't try to do a square. So if you see the top of these posts, we've got the little gully cut out in them. This post closest to us has a notch cut out of the top and the gully. And the other one, the top is cut off in the gully. Well, the second one started just like the first one, but after coming back and recutting 3 or 4 times, we ended up cutting it off. The problem is the post itself leans to the outside. It's hard to tell on camera. If we get even with this, and you can see, there you go, the post itself leans to the outside. So then when we put up our running board, it didn't match up whenever we came down here. So we went to each individual one, remeasured, rescrewed, and then we finally found that the post is out of alignment. So make sure that you check before even beginning the job how well aligned, how straight up and down your posts are, because that cost us probably an hour and a half.